I think artists and scientists are not two different people. But I think what is magical to me, as soon as art, science, and technology comes together, there's a magic. And there's this like unseen, never like felt before concepts, storytellings, sculptures, paintings, movies. And I think this juxtaposition creates a serendipity for humanity. I am Refik Anadol. I'm a media artist and director. I try to use AI and data together to create an AI data paintings, sculptures, and performances. In the human history, there is always a technology-inspired artist, like photography, video, cinema, audio recordings, computers, algorithms. It always transforms the art making. So that's, I think, very natural for artists like myself to think about how technology is important for humanity. But in the human history, we never have a technology that has an intelligence, that has a reasoning inside. So using AI as a collaborator is very different than the previous technologies. So there's like this incredibly exciting time for artists to craft this new medium and find these new narratives, vocabularies, languages, never heard before, never seen before. My very first AI artwork was very much inspired from the Borges's Library of Babel. A very fascinating story that one day there can be a library of everything and anything. And that idea was always making me so excited about the archives. Because archives to me is the collective memories of humanity. And archives are so inspiring places. And that was when I started thinking very seriously about how we can collect and preserve nature. How can we imagine a new library of the future that can collect the information about nature, which is one of the most important things we have as humanity and probably the most inspiring thing we have as humanity. I love nature, and I think AI is a new ways of remembering, a new ways of seeing images of nature. The artwork here in the Museum of the Future is called Earth Dreams. The artwork explores the elements of the Earth by creating AI models trained on the topics itself. The project is pretty much focused on 3 chapters: air, land, and water. So for the museum, we created 3 distinct AI models. One focused on air, which specifically clouds and the weather data, I guess. For land, we have close to 500 million images of landscapes of the world. And for the water, we have a beautiful real-time algorithm that takes the audience into a canvas. So we took the data, trained a model, and also created special artwork. As a studio, me and my team, we always collect our own data, train our own models. And in our exhibitions, we always show behind the scenes. We explain where data comes from, which AI algorithm we use, we demystify AI. And I think that gives people a safe and secure space, which is a different connection with the work. Because in the human history of art making, generally artists are hiding their techniques and there's always mystery. But because of AI, I feel like we have a responsibility that we have to show behind the scenes. And especially like a couple of years, we start our nature research for large nature model. And for this AI research, we only focus with a permission available data sets. So I have a huge inspiration and motivation about preserving nature with AI and data. Over the years, I worked with neuroscientists, Nobel laureates, and many incredible scientists who have been in their very complex research and journey. I sometimes found myself like a narrator, like making invisible visible. I think artists and scientists are not two different people. And I think they have their own independent, maybe experiments in their life journey. But I believe that there's a lot of similarities. And I think they are very similar fields, but just have a different dimensional thinking, I guess. But they're not so different. And I think this curiosity of like learning something, learning to learn, I think that mindset, like that innovative, that positive, that hopeful mindset, I think fosters new ideas, brings more new ways of seeing world and life and all aspects of life. AI is an incredible possibilities, but possibilities come with responsibilities. I always imagine AI is a mirror for humanity. It really reflects who we are. Ethical context of AI is all coming from data, because data is the fundamental layer of machine learning algorithms. And data in here is a form of memory. And this memory goes to machine's mind and transforms into intelligence or reasoning. So I think that very much the base layer of ethics starts in the data itself. And the other hand is, I think we have to be careful is, if AI means anything and everything, can we be sure that it is for anyone and everyone, regardless of the background, the culture, and financial securities? It has to be very equally shared and discussed for humanity. We have a very much significant responsibility when we work with AI. And I think if we can be careful about those items, I feel like the future will be very bright. William Gibson, my hero, says, we may be the last generation separating physical from digital. And I think it will inspire lots of artists as well. AI will be a part of the humanity. I feel like it will be an invisible design. It will be just everywhere. And it will eventually create a new art form. It will eventually create a new meaning for humanity. So it's a fascinating time. I feel like using AI is this feeling of remembering the future. And it's a very unique feeling because we use AI, we use data from past, and using now, we can even maybe some predict future in some scientific domains. So it's like a kind of a time machine, if it makes sense, like using past, now, and future at the same time. So it's, I think, a new era. With AI, we are creating almost new realities. We are questioning what is real. We are questioning what is creativity. And I'm calling it generative reality. Because by using AI, we literally create new realities all the time. I believe art is humanity's capacity of imagination. In some narratives, we are seeing that the future can be very individual. But I hope that doesn't come that so soon. I hope that we still keep our communal experiences, collective memories, being together in a physical world or semi-physical world, and still remember what does it mean to be a human in 21st century.